Now let's get back to the strangest secret in the world, the story that I wanted to tell you today. Why do men with goals succeed in life and men without them fail? Well, let me tell you something which, if you really understand it, will alter your life immediately. If you understand completely what I'm going to tell you from this moment on, your life will never be the same again. You will suddenly find it.
So Errol's talking about things that, are really, really popular today. People going on about anxiety and depression and down and fear and doubt. All these negative connotations or negative feelings to essentially life. And what he's saying here is that once you realise what the secret is here, what the strangest secret is, it destroys them. It destroys these things that drag people down. Let that sink in. When you apply this secret, it destroys the things that drag you down. So if you destroy the things that drag you down, guess what happens? Things start to work. You feel great. Luck feels like it's on your side. You're drawn towards things. Opportunities present themselves. So let's find out what this is.
Good luck just seems to be attracted to you. The things you want just seem to fall in line, and from now on you won't have the problems, the worries.
Now, important here, what he's saying is this is the key to success and the key to failure. Now, if any of you have been on my mindset calls, with your coaching call Sunday, every weekend, I done an hour-long video on this where I showed you the power of the emotional triad, the emotional triangle, which is the power of your focus and thoughts, how that drives your feelings or how that makes you feel a certain way, and then those feelings will drive your actions. And it sounds like we're going to get into that here and now, because that same emotional triangle is the same thing. If this is the same secret, it's the same thing that happens, because depending on how you use that triangle, you can either make your life a success, or you can make your life a failure. So let's see what he's got to say.
The gnawing lump of anxiety that perhaps you've experienced before. Doubt, fear, well, they'll be things of the past. Here's the key to success and the key to failure. We become what we think about. Now let me say that again. We become what we think about. Throughout all history, the great wise men and teachers, philosophers and prophets have disagreed with one another on many different things. It's only on this one point that they are in complete and unanimous agreement. Listen to what Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, said. A man's life is what his thoughts make of it.
There you go. I mean, how much more conclusive do you need it? What you think about, you become. The emotional triangle. What you think about will dictate your feelings, which will drive your actions. And it is like a whipping circle of a tornado, either positively up the way or negatively down the way. So if you think negative thoughts or you focus on negative things, guess what happens? You attract and draw and feel negativity. That then drives your actions or inaction, more importantly, because you feel doubt and uncertainty and fear and anxiety and victimhood, and you just feel pretty helpless. But it works the other way as well. You focus on great and the outcomes and abundance and what it can be, and you ask powerful questions. How can I make this work? How can I be more positive? Then you get the result in the opposite direction. Marcus Aurelius, a blast from the past, is saying a man's life is what his thoughts make of it.
Disraeli said this: everything comes if a man will only wait. I've brought myself by long meditation to the conviction that a human being with a settled purpose must accomplish it, and that nothing can resist a will that will stake even existence for its fulfillment. Ralph Waldo Emerson said this: a man is what he thinks about all day long. William James said, the greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives.
I mean, come on, look at this. I mean, this is just a hit list of incredibly powerful observations of people that have changed their mind and changed their world. So a human being can alter their life by altering the attitudes of their mind. How powerful is that you can alter the attitude in your mind and it will alter your life? That is incredibly, incredibly powerful. You are in charge of your mind and you can alter it and you can get better results. Ralph Waldo Emerson, a man is what he thinks about all day. What are you thinking about? What is your thoughts? Do an audit. What were you thinking all day before you seen this episode? What did you think about? Did you have negative thoughts? Did you have positive thoughts? Did you have doubt? Are you focusing on the future? Are you dwelling in the past? Are you thinking about how productive you can be? Are you thinking about what you'd love to try? Are you thinking about the places you'd like to go? Well, maybe you should do an audit, and maybe you should notice what you're thinking about, because as William James said here, altering the attitudes of the mind will alter your life.
Lives by altering their attitudes of mind. And he also said, we need only in cold blood act as if the thing in question were real, and it will become infallibly real by growing into such a connection with our life that it will become real. It will become so knit with habit and emotion that our interest in it will be those which characterize belief. And he also said, if you only care enough for a result, you will almost certainly attain it.
So what they're saying there is the first, again, going back to the inner world and the outer world, because a lot of people are trapped in the outer world. One of the things that we do in the visualization calls over at Mindset is the morning calls is we do the training on the inside part of your world, because you have a mental aspect within that is very rarely trained. And when we train the mental aspect internally, you can start to feel and build belief about what is possible, which then, when you feel that inside, will transfer to outside. And this is exactly what the guys are talking about here. If you only care enough for a result, you will certainly obtain it. Meaning, if you want that result bad enough, you're likely to get it.